Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have an update from Charity Lawson regarding her upcoming wedding. She did mention she's putting wedding planning on pause, but it was completely taken out of context in an article, and now she is responding, clearly a little frustrated about the news media, who's not, but we'll share exactly what she has to say. I just interviewed Susie Evans, and it'll be up on tomorrow's Rush Hour podcast. You can scan that code right there if you want to join, or just search my name, Dave Neal, wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, well, here's the article. You tell me if this is clickbaity. Bachelorette Charity Lawson and fiance Dotun put wedding planning on pause. Exclusive. Now, don't blame the journalist here, because a lot of times the editor is the one who puts together the headlines. Now, also, I've been known to put together a thumbnail that gets you to click. Sorry, them's the world we live in. There is a motivation for the click-through rate that exists. The way we could solve this problem is if audiences weren't so stupid and actually read the articles, read the source material versus the titles. They love to do this in journalism. They'll take one snippet and then they'll add quotes around random words and piece it together like it's some gosh dang ransom note. So anyway, here was what the article said. We've taken a pause on it, and I'm totally fine announcing that. I feel like people ask all the time, how's wedding planning, or where are we at, Charity told Us Weekly during an exclusive interview with Kat Izzo. For me, I got in this space where I just felt this constant pressure of like, I need to check off something every month or every week. And it got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do that right now. I'm also still just easing into life and normalcy again. Obviously, we're still getting married. We're taking a moment, taking a beat. Now, the reason they do these interviews is so they could get their podcast shared. So let's just click on this link here. Is this, this is another interview with them right there. And by the way, I don't even see them mentioning the podcast, which again is the reason why you go, oh, they said right here, they have an upcoming podcast called Tap In. This is the problem. They didn't even hyperlink to a website. So this is actually wasted press. I don't blame Kat. Oh, wait, let's just listen.
What was your reaction watching Jen's finale? Obviously, you feel for her, but like, what was Devin doing? What was this laughing? Like, he was just, what was?
They have a nice studio set up.
Wait, tell me something.
I'm gonna skip the Devin stuff because I'm actually more interested in getting to what she actually, the tone of what she said. So let me just get past that.
For men who act like that, who don't even give just an ounce of empathy or respect, like. Granted, I don't have full context and know everything in regards to their relationship.
All right, well, again, speaking of Devin, she says, I don't have full context of their relationship. Well, to be quite fair, you can't be mad at clickbait journalism when you have an opinion based on a relationship where you only hear one side. You know what I mean?
And honestly, how that entire finale played out, like, again, like, I feel so sorry for Jen, and I just hope that she takes this time now to heal from that, because it's trauma. That's traumatizing. Like, I had a great ending, and it was like my season was still traumatizing, but the way that was played out was just wrong.
Interesting how Charity says she had a great ending and it was still traumatic. I believe her. I believe Charity. The audience is vicious. I mean, ask Kat Izzo. We just had her on the Rush Hour podcast last week. We love Kat Izzo. She had a rough go. Paradise was rough for her.
For Devin, as someone who we saw profess his love on national television every single week, like, and having these little moments where I felt like, even just from my therapeutic lens of like, okay, there might be a little bit of gaslighting, a little manipulation here, but you try not to fully insert yourself because you don't really know. But then that showed it all in the finale, like how he sat on that couch.
That didn't show it all. Again, that's not what the video is about.
This girl was crying her eyes out.
Let's go forward here. Let's just move forward. Oh, Jesus. I honestly just want to hear about the wedding stuff. Here we go.
That for me, in my past, dealing with people who had...
For my family and I to watch, almost like I felt like it was where they were at with their timeline too. And it just
get to the wedding.
I've lived enough, grateful enough to experience it privately.
Right.
I agree. But if I were in her power, and franchise have done very similar things.
Did they even mention the wedding bit?
They talk out of their whatever.
Behind.
a normal diet. Like, we thank
It's a
God for
risk you
diet.
take.
Yeah.
Like it is. And even
All right, the clip doesn't even mention it, so sorry, I'll Venmo you for your time. Either way, the whole point of that is to say Charity has responded after she feels like the clickbait headline news took her out of context. Here's what she had to say. Actually, first,
I know you
here's what she had to say about Dancing with the Stars. Then we'll play that.
guys know that meme, or not even a meme. It's a saying where Issa Rae says, "I'm rooting for everybody black." Well, this is, I'm rooting for everybody in Bachelor Nation, period, and Ezra. And everybody. Honestly, I'm rooting for everyone,
I'm rooting for everyone in Bachelor Nation and also Steven Nadorzik, the Pommel Horse King.
but team both, yay.
Yeah.
Okay, I really didn't want to address this, but I am. I think the whole point of this is that exactly what you said. It's clickbait headlines. If you actually read the article, you would realize that there's literally nothing wrong with what I said. I just probably used not the best choice of words, which is the word pausing, to leave room for interpretation, which is exactly what's happening, and that's fine. But that's for you guys to figure out. We're good over here. The whole thing is that we were just kind of trying to give an update and talking about like where we were at with wedding planning, and it is a lot. So we're just taking a moment to just decompress and to make sure that with wedding planning, it does not like, you know, take away the joy that we have had in our engagement time, and to continue to have so much to look forward to. We're not planning just one, we're planning 2 weddings, which is incredibly overwhelming for anyone who has planned a wedding, nonetheless too. So we're just trying to like do things the right way, take it day by day, and like really enjoy our time with each other in this time period. So we're all good, nothing to worry about.
Hey, I think that's the right way to do it. And again, look, it's not hypocritical. That's not what I'm trying to say. But to think that on the After the Final Roast, you got the full story and you know, you didn't. But also you didn't get the full story from the Us Weekly headline. You got to go to the full story. And I think that's what people are having a hard time doing in today's world. Maybe it's because there's too many stories out there. There's too much information out there. So maybe we're all having a problem sifting through it all. I don't really know. But either way, if you ever share something without knowing the full context of what you're sharing, that's harmful. So, you know, just everyone out there, you know, make sure, you know, because the legacy media, the clickbaitiness is only going to get worse as legacy media companies have a harder time getting clicks. As you know, like Us Weekly and those magazines, they used to like dominate the rags. When was the last time anyone bought an Us Weekly? You know what I mean? God bless them. But, you know, there's a reason why they have to kind of sensationalize their headlines. Let me know what you think. Not to sensationalize, but today's episode of the Rush Hour Podcast is going to be absolutely crazy. I'm putting a pause on podcasting after this episode till the next episode. But anyway, you can go check that out. All right, folks, have a good one. I'll see you shortly. I'm going to, you know, drain out the last 4 seconds to get up to 8 minutes so we can add 2 more ads. I was kidding, but not really. We'll see you guys later.